The French Riviera, the Cote D'Azur, what's not to like? It's where rugged beauty meets refined beauty. Travelers have been coming here for decades to bask in its sunshine and ease their pains. Artists like Picasso, Chagall, Renoir, and Matisse all found the colors and light here influential to their creativity. And we were here for a little bit of both, to recharge and be inspired. Join us as we explore the coast from the rugged Italian border to the glamour of Cannes. Shopping the local markets, exploring ancient hillside towns, blazing on world-famous beaches, and diving into azure waters, while eating delicious food with some cocktails, of course.
Yummy.
And soaking up the light in this iconic slice of paradise. Our week-long trip starts at Nice Airport, where we picked up our rental car. We have been to the south of France several times, and we love it here. It's a place we always want to come back to, so we knew where we wanted to head first: Nice. All the parking lots here in Nice are super tiny, so get the smallest car possible.
Here we are in beautiful Nice. We are at the market, and they have this market every day except Monday. So we're going to take a walk through, check out the flowers, the fruit, vegetables, all the other goodies they have here.
So we're getting one of our favorite snacks here in Nice, which is soca, which is a chickpea pancake. It's cooked on over an open fire and in a big pan. It's very thin. It's crispy on the outside, a little charred. They put some salt and pepper on it. So good. Merci.
So it's super simple. It's chickpea flour, I think some oil, water, a little bit of seasoning, but it's just delicious.
It's hot. They just freshly cook it. And in this stand, they cook it in a little store just around the corner, and the guy wheels it back every time they're out of a pan. He brings a fresh one. It's so good.
Last bite. We're gonna make our own soca at home now.
The city of Nice has changed hands several times, France to Italy and back to France, and its Italian connections shine through these lanes and squares. Dolls
Porcelain.
freak me out.
They do?
Yes, I do not like, look at that one in the back. That just looks like she's alive, demonic, and her eyes are moving.
My mom actually made a few porcelain dolls.
This one looks like it's ready to kill you, a little smirk.
In the old town, it's just a maze of little tiny streets. It's lovely right now because it's so quiet.
It's real pleasant just to wander around the old town, check out little boutiques, the stores, there's cafes everywhere. Hard to get lost, but even if you do, you'd find a square pretty quickly. All the streets kind of end up on a pretty major square, and then you can find your way from there. So. Okay, we come to this little cafe for lunch. What are you getting?
I am going to have a salad de chèvre, which is a goat cheese salad.
And I got a croque monsieur, which is a French version of their grilled cheese. Cheese, ham, bechamel sauce, so it's nice and creamy. Comes with a salad and some fries.
It's delicious. It's a pretty common salad here, but lettuce is great, tomato, pine nuts, with a nice light dressing, and lardons.
Cheesy. So cheesy. There's a little bit of mustard, Dijon, I think, in there. A little bit of spice flavor. It's really nice. Really good.
So we just had a very nice lunch. I had a salad, and now we're gonna go walk up the hill, have a really nice walk, and burn off the lunch.
May have been a better idea to do this walk before lunch, but we're gonna climb up the hill and go check out the view from the top. It's supposed to be magnificent.
We didn't know that existed, so we went and took a little walk around.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Hate it. The hill was not so bad.
It's warm, but do it earlier in the morning.
Yeah,
It'll
when
be
it's a
better.
little cooler.
The view was worth the walk. We got the old town down below us, Promenade d'Anglais stretching away, going all the way around to the airport, and then beautiful water. Since the 1800s, Nice was the place for the aristocratic British to escape England's cold and dreary winters for the sun and warmth. The Promenade d'Anglais, Promenade of the English, was built and named for the British who did not want to get their feet dirty by walking on the beach. Today it's still a great place to stroll and people watch. A short 10-minute drive east along the coast is the port town of Villefranche. Villefranche's deep harbor was the home of the U.S. Sixth Fleet from World War II to the mid-60s. Today it serves the main cruise ship port for Nice and is one of the most beautiful bays along the Riviera.
I think I might vote for a drink.
All right, let's go right here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That hits the spot.
So this is what summer in the south of France is all about. Limoncello spritzes, beautiful bay, beautiful villages on the water. It's absolutely perfect. So, which yacht would you like?
Well, if I had to choose one, I do kind of like the gray one. It's very pretty.
At the far end of the town, underneath the railroad tracks, is a beautiful stretch of beach. How's the beach?
Very nice. It's later in the day, so it's a little bit cooler, but it's nice. Sunny.
Yeah, it's a little
Beautiful day.
quieter.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful day out. We are heading to one of our favorite beaches, Plage Passable, here in Saint-Jean Cap Ferrat. We got our towels, we got our pink floaties, and our umbrella. It's gonna be a good day. If parking wasn't such an issue here, this would be the best place to come. But parking is always a challenge. Tight little spaces, not many of them. We've got some on the street, but as you can see, you gotta pretty much park up against a wall, or you have a very small parking lot at the far end of the street, which looks like you're heading into a residential area, which you kind of are, because there are driveways from the parking area into people's homes. But bottom line is, you've got to get here early, especially on a weekend day, and especially in season. Get here in the morning, early, to enjoy the beach. We spent the next several hours just savoring the beauty of the coast and the warm waters.
Beach day, time for some relaxation.
So like a lot of beaches here in the south of France, it's pebbles, it's rocks. This is kind of fine rocks, so it's not too big. So the ones in Nice are much bigger rocks. This is quite comfortable to lay on, especially if you have a little mat pad to lay on and put your towel down on. Just walking to the beach is kind of the uncomfortable part, unless you have shoes.
Time for a drink. In a little beach bar.
So we're all looking for parking. The car ahead of us, the car behind us. I think we're gonna be out of luck.
Wah, wah, wah. It was not our lucky day for parking today. We are gonna head back. We need to shower, get ready, because we're gonna go out for dinner tonight.
Tonight, we headed to St. Paul de Vence. 20 minutes inland from Nice, it's a walled city perched on the most perfect hilltop. Doesn't get much more perfect of a hill town than that.
Super cute.
This is such a charming town. Just winding through the streets. Lots of little boutiques, galleries, the architecture.
You can always find really cute boutiques here with cute little dresses.
And if you walk all the way through the village to the very end, you get rewarded with this incredible view of the coastline. It's still quite warm out, so we're gonna head back to that cafe that we saw in the front and go grab a drink before dinner. For dinner, we found a restaurant built into the city walls.
I ordered the pasta with a pistachio pesto and what is it, stracciatella cheese.
And what did we get to start?
To start, we got burrata with tomatoes and melon and spring onion and pine nuts.
Ooh, it sounds yummy.
So good. So fresh. Melon is yummy. It's all good.
That's fantastic. That melon is good too. Perfect appetizer on a hot day. It's cool. So sea bream, mashed potatoes, and pasta with
Pistachio pesto.
pistachio pesto.
Pasta. Pistachio pesto is delicious. Very good. Yummy.
Sea bream is like perfectly cooked. Salt just melts in your mouth. The beurre blanc sauce is very mild. Just a little hint of richness to it. Very good.
A little tiramisu in a cute little mason jar.
My favorite dessert. If there is one place on the French Riviera that screams glitz, glamour, and gorgeousness, it's the city of Cannes. And nowhere is that better on display than along La Croisette, the coastal road in Cannes. Fronting the beach, it's full of luxury hotels, boutiques, and beach clubs. These are all beach clubs along the Croisette, and you can pay for chairs, you can dine, you have restaurants along the way as well. They're a little pricier than other places along the Riviera, but it's Cannes, so not surprising.
I don't know if it's just our luck of the days we've picked, but lucky for us, we've not encountered huge crowds because there's been cruise ships in port.
So there are free stretches of beach here in Cannes. You can just bring your own chairs, your own parasol, not pay anything. They're at either ends of the Croisette, and then also on the other side of the pier, there's another free beach, which is pretty long as well. So if you didn't want to pay for the sunbeds, but wanted to come here and onto the beach at Cannes, this is where to do it for free. And Cannes is one of the few towns on the Riviera, at least a stretch of the French Riviera, that has sand beaches. So if you don't want to deal with the rocks but want to have sand, this is the place to come as well. Every May, Cannes goes Hollywood, as it's the home to the Cannes Film Festival. So early in our careers, both of us were in the film industry. This is the Cannes Film Festival Palais. This is where they do the famous festival, all the steps, all the stars come right here where I'm standing. Outside of the festival is just a building with stairs. Kind of cool to see because every year for, I don't know how many years we were in it, 5 years, 6 years, it was such a major deal for our company. The real charm of Cannes is not the once-in-a-year film festival or the La Croisette. It's the town itself. So the old town winds up a hill, pretty streets, lots of little staircases, alleyways. We're gonna walk over to Castle Hill for a view over Cannes. Worth the hike.
So you find such little great art details everywhere you turn, like this little cute painting of this girl, but it's really nice how they take it around to the shutter.
And it looks like it's a little lending library too.
Okay, you can always find a deal. 10 euros.
All these little boutiques around, you can find good deals. It's not all the pricey Hermès, Fendi, high-end stuff. There's a lot of good deals to be had here. So we've come to grab a quick lunch, get a galette, which is a savory crepe, as well as a sweet crepe.
And
You never get
lunch special.
a lunch special.
A glass of cider or apple juice. Frankly, I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, we can't really taste the difference, but 17 euros, pretty good deal. So I got egg, ham, Emmentaler cheese, a little salad. Eggs perfectly cooked, ham, cheese, galette's really nice. It's a good deal. And Ruth got egg and mushrooms, as well as a little side salad. So I got chestnut cream, nice and sweet. My favorite.
I got the salted caramel, which is so delicious. You can tell instantly that it is not out of just some random store bottle of caramel that they squirted on. This is homemade salted caramel. It's delicious.
20 minutes inland from the film festival capital of the world is the perfume capital of the world, Grasse. From its perfect climate to grow fragrant flowers such as jasmine, rose, and lavender, matched with the town's strategic location between the Alps and the Mediterranean, Grasse has been the center of the perfume world since the 17th century. So today we're going to learn how to make our own perfume, I guess, or cologne. Should be interesting. We're not both big on perfume or cologne, but we thought, why not? We're here in Grasse, let's try it. So that was a really fun experience. We got to combine 3 different notes, and all perfumes are made from 3 notes: a head note, a middle note, and base note. And each note has its own complex set of formulas of scents, of essences, of different flowers. And we didn't get to choose those. Those were already preset for us. We got to combine them at different amounts of each to create our own little essence of eau de toilette. It was an interesting tour. It took you through the history of making perfume here and why it's here. A lot of because of the local flowers that are grown here. And then afterwards, the shopping experience, which of course you can buy a whole range of different types of perfumes, including 100% pure, which are obviously pricier, but I still think it's pretty good value for what you're getting. And we sampled, I think about 8 different 100% pures, and 6 or 7 of them were actually really good. So Ruth's in there shopping right now, and I'm heading out getting some fresh air because this nose can only take so much perfume.
So I didn't splurge and get the perfume.
The 100%.
The 100%. But I did get some really nice smelling lotion. And I did get a set of little like minis, which are great for traveling. So plus the one that we made.
After our tour, we walked through the Old Town. As a sister city to Naples, Italy, it was similar with narrow streets and canyon-like lanes that were easy to get lost in. They also provided some shade from the heat of the day.
Grasse seems to be a much sleepier little town than most towns.
Today we were heading east to visit one of the most picturesque places in the French Riviera, the hilltop town of Eze. Perched on the edge of a rugged point, the walled city feels like you have stepped back in time. Cobblestone lanes, wrought iron signage, and stone buildings now filled with boutiques and galleries. So coming to Eze has always been a challenge, and that's primarily due to parking. But they just built a brand new 5-level, I think it's 5-level, maybe 6-level underground parking structure built into the rock. And so its parking is so much easier now. So any time of day, I mean, it can still get busy, but we can now park relatively easily to get into Eze. Despite our best efforts to get here early, it's still pretty crowded. So this is certainly one place out of season is much nicer in terms of crowds, and the earlier the better. Located at the very top of the town is the Botanical Garden. Among the ruins of a chateau, the gardens feature exotic succulents and plants. If that wasn't enough, it has the most impressive views in all of the Cote D'Azur. Botanical Garden costs €8 to get in per person. Stunningly beautiful. With that said, it is super crowded if you're here after 11 o'clock. We're here at noon, just before noon, and it is just crowded. So besides the beautiful gardens, you're rewarded with epic views of the French Riviera. You got the airport way off in the distance. You got Saint-Jean, Cap Ferrat, down below Eze, bord de la mer. We can't quite see Monaco, but it's one of the best views of the French Riviera there are.
I will say it's one of the few places in the world that even the trash cans are really cute. Yeah, it's getting really close for us to going all the way down at the bottom and going to the beach.
We're gonna head down there. We got lucky. Amazingly, there's 3 or 4 spots right here on the street. So we're gonna go relax on the beach. We made it to the beach. It is hot. There's barely a breeze. The water looks crystal clear and inviting. We found a little patch of sand amongst all the rocks. But I think we're gonna go in. Oh, that feels so good. And it's like cool when you jump in, but after being hot, it feels great. And once you're in it, it feels perfect. So that's where we were earlier, Eze. We spent the rest of the afternoon doing the best thing one can do in the French Riviera, enjoying the beach and soaking up the sun.
We are in Antibes, one of our favorite little towns here on the coast. They have a market every day except Mondays. We're going to go there, but before we go there, we just like to have a walk around, look at all the boats. It just has beautiful views. It's quiet, quaint. It's really one of our favorite towns.
So what's also nice is they have city walls that you can walk on. That's just on the exterior of the town. And right below is a beach that you can come and hang out on. It's just outside the city walls. It's perfect for a couple hours. It's nice and calm. And we're here early in the morning. There's already quite a few people out there on the beach enjoying it. They've added all these art pieces of athletics along the waterfront here, along the rock city walls. This one here is where he's diving into the water. It's really a perfectly placed statue where the diver's toe is just touching the surface of the water when you look at the horizon.
So although this market is not huge, it is packed with really delicious looking fruits and vegetables and spices, and there's lavender and flowers, and even though it's small, it's really jam-packed with lots of great stuff. Everything looks so good, except the one with the raspberries.
I just love when you're in Europe, you can stumble across markets wherever you go. There's always some sort of brocante market or food market. So it's just fun to walk around.
So while we're not big museum people, it would be a real big miss if we didn't go to the Picasso Museum here in Antibes.
Picasso lived here for several years and painted a ton of stuff, as well as some ceramics as well. The light here in the south of France is what inspired him. So we're gonna go check out the museum and see some of his works. I swear I drew something like that in the 3rd grade. We couldn't resist the water and spent the afternoon enjoying the sand at a beach club down the road in Juan-la-Pin. At 45 euros per person, it was way cheaper than the Cannes beach clubs and oh so worth it. It was the last day of our trip and we had another early start as we headed to a country within a country, Monaco. So along the auto routes, you have to pay tolls. Luckily, it's all by credit card now, so it makes it real easy. You don't have to go fishing for coins. But if you're doing long journeys, it can add up. So that was a €1.50, and we paid to get on the toll onto the auto route, which was another €1.50. So €3 to go 20 kilometers, 25 kilometers. So it does add up, and I think when we get off, we have to pay again. I don't know if we're ever going to find the car again. This whole parking structure is a maze. We're somewhere in here. Ruled by the Grimaldi family since 1297, the Principality of Monaco is tiny, less than 2 square kilometers. The only country smaller is the Vatican, but in its tiny confines live 35,000 people, making it a high-density paradise for the super rich. Monaco is divided into 4 traditional quarters: La Côte-Mine, Fontvieille, Monte Carlo, which is the site of the famous casino, and Monaco Vieille, on top of the rock, the site of the Old Town and the Royal Palace.
Every day at 11:55, they do the changing of the guard here at the palace. So some people are not a fan of all of these little royal traditions and ceremonies, but I happen to really like them. I think they're cool. I think it's holding up a tradition, and they're fun to watch, so I like to watch it. So the only way Monaco can grow is to reclaim the sea. So you can see down below all of this area that was built on. They had to build basically out from the sea.
Old Town is pretty much just restaurants, tourist shops, crowded lanes. That's pretty much it. But still kind of fun to walk around, but don't expect too much.
So I believe this is the church where Princess Grace was married and where now she is buried.
I didn't know that Prince Albert was a Lord of the Rings fan. You got a ring wraith right here.
Lots of stairs going up means lots of stairs going down.
So while we can't afford any yacht here, we can get on the water and get on a boat for the low, low price of just a couple euros. Crazy to watch them maneuver that large boat, that large yacht out of the harbor there. So you can go in the casino. There's a bit of a line right now, and there's a bit of a dress code, but I think during the day, t-shirt, shorts are okay. In the evening, obviously, the dress code elevates up. This whole area in front of the casino is crazy. There's a lot of people hanging around taking pictures of the casino, much like what we're doing. If you like to show off or be seen, this is a great place. With over-the-top luxury in the rearview mirror, we drove towards the Italian border and the town of Menton. If Monaco screams money and elegance, Menton is the blue-collar and comfortable neighbor. Not a lot of tourists come here, at least Americans. They all hit the Nice, Cannes, Villefranche, that area. This is right at the Italian border. I think it should be on people's radars to come here. Great little beach in the front, beautiful historic hilly town. It's a great place, and we're just gonna wander around. It's the best thing to do here, is just kind of wander around and hit the beach later.
It's fun to walk into all the little shops and see what they have that's different than at home. And it's great in summertime. They have good sales, so you never know what you're going to find.
It's worth walking up the hill to explore these lanes. It's so charming and cute. Just a short hike up the hill is Place de la Conception, and it's got this beautiful square with these mosaic stones, but also a great view of the harbor.
The building right over there is what marks the border between France and Italy.
There's also like a faded charm and elegance to the city that a lot of Italian hill towns have. And in fact, this whole stretch of coast through Nice was controlled by Italy for quite a while, back and forth between France and Italy. And now it's French, but still a massive Italian feel to the town.
So we have one last afternoon that we're going to enjoy the beach here for a couple hours. Even though it's not super sunny, it's still going to be really nice.
So it's easy to see why we love coming here. The beauty of the Cote d'Azur is everywhere and offers a little something for everyone. Museums to nature, expensive to budget, and an easygoing vibe that just invites you back time and time again.